Alright, Bob's Barn Workshop fans, here we are. Remember last week, just about a week ago, I made a flange to adapt to my generator exhaust to the muffler so I could run the pipe under the garage door. Well, I found a thicker piece of metal here other than that little thin flange that was on the muffler holding in the spark arrestor. So if you saw the video, I actually traced out the outline, and I've got to drill these holes out now. So I'm going to give these a nice center punch. I don't know if this center punch is going to do anything. Doesn't seem to be doing too much. This metal, I actually made this punch. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, we got little flats there. I think I can drill that. I'm going to drill these holes out first. Then we're going to take a hole saw and drill the center of that out. So let's go over to the drill press and set up the drills. Alright, we're back rolling here. Oh shoot, I guess you didn't even see any of that, did you? Got this zoomed in too far. Sorry. Alright. Alright, pilot holes drilled. Alright, I'm going to drill this one next. Let the table down a bit. I'm not too worried about this spinning with this smaller bit, but I got my fence here, so this can't only go around so far if she decides to take off on me. These small holes, it shouldn't. But always be aware of when you're using a big powerful machine to clamp things down like they should be. I just want to get this done. Waste makes waste. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to the generator and take the other flange off. And we'll compare these holes and make them fit. So I'm not going to show you me taking that apart because it's just a 10mm. Take the muffler off and a few screws. Well, there you go. I took the 3 screws and the old muffler flange that I made, and they drop right into the holes. So those holes are big enough and they're located just fine. So I gotta find the center of this to drill my hole, and I've got a really large hole saw. Now, if we all remember our basic geometry, make sure you're on camera. All right. If we bisect a couple of these angles, now I'm just going to guesstimate the center of the holes. Actually, if I bisect this too, and the vertical bar should go through the center, so I'm just going to make a nice sharp scribed line. And I can see that. It's tough though. I am going to brighten that up with the pencil, or darken it up. Alright, there's one. I'll put the pencil tip right against that side of the hole. I mean, this doesn't have to be mathematically perfect. I guess there might be easier ways to do this. I almost failed geometry. I passed the Regents with a 68. Okay, so now we've got our triangle. we bisect two of these lines, which I actually have a divider here. Now I won't be able to, I'm just going to have to guesstimate the center of that circle by putting it on a piece of wood. And I'm going to run my divider this way, compass that way. I've already got my arc there. Let's see if these all match up. One, two, three. Okay, we've done them all. Connect the dots. So, that's what we'll do. There's the center of that. There's the center of that. Hopefully these all three will line up and will be verified. Alright, that's the center. Now I got to drill that pilot hole again with that small bit. And my drill bit kind of wanted to wander. I'm just going to do this by guesstimation. Again, this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect or nothing. This is just a starting hole for the hole saw, and I got as close to centered on those as I could. I think I'm going to have to take the fence off. And I'm going to clamp this baby down when I get to drilling that hole saw, because she's going to want to wangle around. I got my sacrificial fence, or my sacrificial board underneath here. What I'll do is I'll clamp it down in the back over here. Of course, it can't spin around because of the I'm going to start it from this side. I got burrs on that side. Alright, let me get it set up. And just for those who need a quick lesson on how to adjust the speeds, drill press, these are the set screws. You loosen up the pulleys, run this guy down to the lowest, and this guy down to the lowest. Now I've got the lowest speed of the lowest speed, because this thing needs to run real slow. So you got a smallest here, largest here, smallest here, largest here. That'll give me the greatest speed reduction, and that will give me 250, which is as slow as I can go with this. You push this, that tightens the belts up. Set your set screws. Alright. Now that should be fairly slow. Alright. Now, I'm just going to bring him down. Get him started right in the hole. Let that swing right over and hit the column. I'm holding it down tight to hold it in position right now. And I don't want anything moving around on us. And I'm going to get my cutting oil, which all I got is 90 weights, but that'll work. Alright, so clean up this mess and we'll take a look. So that's cleaned up pretty good. So now the next thing I need to do, I knew this was going to be slightly undersized. I mean, I could butt weld it just like that and that would be fine, I guess, but I'm kind of hoping to file that out enough so that'll drop down in all the way through so I can get a better weld, you know, the surface like this. So I'm going to start filing on that. Well, crude but effective, as they say. I've got my drum sanding kit and I'm just enlarging the hole. Every bit of it, a little bit at a time. And she's getting very close. Man. Alright, well you can see what I'm doing. I can see half, I can just about drive that through right now. Alright, well you can see what I'm doing. I'm not going to let you waste your time on this. Perfect success. I just kept grinding away and she just fits nice. Friction fit. I might let that stick out a little proud on the back so it seals it up against the muffler, because I have some chimney sealing cement that's black and it's good for 1100 degrees. So that's what we got. I got to cut this out now to shape and see if we can fit it on there. Well, I got the plate cut out to rough shape with the jigsaw. I might clean it up a little bit with the grinder, but I don't think I need to do too much. Alright, I'm going to go do that on the grinder and then we'll get the weld. Alright, so here we go. I got my wire feet set at about 4.5. Lowest setting right now. I put my new Lincoln wire in here. I'm going to start on the bottom, which is heavier, and then sweep up onto the, just like so. My ground is actually the weight that's on top. I'm going to go exactly opposite. Make sure she's flush. Same drill, just as that. Oh yeah, she's coming right along. Halfway in between, I guess. Let's take a look at what we're doing. Oh yeah, see, I'm getting a good heat through too. The first one was a little weak. She's staying nice and flush, which is okay too, because my sealant will take care of that anyway. I'm going to keep stitching this all the way around. tell you, I'm no welder. I just do this for fun and hobby. But I do try to pay attention to what I'm seeing online. Keep it from warping. We got her stitched about every 3/4 now. Let's see what we're doing here. What do you think? Are we doing all right? Boy, that was a nice tight fit, huh? I don't think I need my clean them up a little bit. I think I'll just put a stitch in between each one of these, and that's all we're going to need. This is probably more than enough, but I like to weld and I'm practicing while I'm doing it, so I think they look alright. Alrighty. Actually, welding right side up is still a good way to do it. I like that. My crappy ground clamp just broke. I'm using Lincoln wire now anyway, N12 211. We'll go thirds. You've heard me talk about my $79 welder. This is her. I don't know, I think I can tack them all up now. I don't want to get one too close to the screw because I don't want to block the screw head from going on, you know. Guess I do need one right there though. This looks like a weak spot. I'll grind that a little bit with a file. Hot wire. I'm welding my weight down here. I put that metal down on the bench just to protect it a little bit. keep going around looking at these. Maybe she's getting hot, so I'll let her cool down just a little bit. Break time. Moving on, doing a little more. I'm almost done here. Got a couple of spots here that need to get. Being really careful not to blow through, see. I got just a little bit left. Clean that off a little bit again. Turn this power just one step. Woo! That's a little hotter. Alright, calling that done. I gotta touch that up with the grinder so she looks pretty, because right now she looks pretty awful. Let that cool down for just a little bit. I don't have any high temperature heat paint for this stuff. Be good enough to hold a muffler pipe together anyway. Never coming apart. Alright, well, I grounded around the screw holes on the grinder so that I could get the screw heads to sit flush, and I give it a quick spray of Rust-Oleum. It's just plain Rust-Oleum, so it's just going to burn off. But I did notice that I'm getting those little beads on the back sides of the welds, meaning that I burned deep enough, but I didn't blow through. It's perfect. Not bad for a kid just learning to weld. So I'm gonna let this dry a few minutes, and it goes right on there, and then I'll put the cover back on. So we'll let her dry, and we'll give it a test. All right, guys. All right, I got my Millpack Black chimney sealer here. And I'm just going to run a bead. Try not to get it into the screw threads. This is a very close fit, so this is going to be more than enough to seal this. Not get too much near the screws. And this should be a perfectly sealed exhaust, so I don't have to worry about the exhaust in the barn, because this is just going to run in the barn here anyway. Alright, well, I've already test fit this on the one side, and I know that This is the tightest fit right here. So I'm going to put that guy right there. Science. Love it when a plan comes together, huh? I can see a little bit of the goo oozing out. All right, that is awesome, isn't it? That muffler should last, or that extension should last the life of the generator. As I said, that'll keep it from flash rusting. I don't really see any need to start it. I had it running before. She's an electric start. And the exhaust, you saw the last video where I stuck it out under the garage door. So I'm just going to bolt this cover back on and I'll show you the finished product. We did this before. She fits right over the hole just fine. I decided I needed this on there because this takes the air coming off the engine from the air cooling and blows it down over the muffler. Does it do that to prolong the life of the muffler? I don't know. Will it? I don't know. I'm just going to do it the way it was designed. I wish I had my nut driver. This would work a lot easier. Hold on. I do got one. Yeah, I'm just going to put these on loosely before I tighten everything up. That way I can jockey it around if and I need to. My daughters always pick on me when I say jockey it around. So, for their entertainment. Alright, well I got a couple of get in the back that are really hard to get to. So, I'm going to waggle my arm under there somehow. There's one more out here, and then there's 4 in the back. And you can't get to those because they're right between the body of the generator itself. So that ain't gonna be pretty. Getting this figured out here. That one's tight enough. These I gotta get up. I love kneeling on this. That's always fun. This guy. And these have block nuts on them, so that's good. Block washers. They don't make them tight. Alright, I'll let you know when I'm done. Alright. I get a little fire in the hole here. Let's see now. Fuel is on. Battery power is on. I let the gas run out of the carburetor so it wouldn't be full of gas to dry up, so I might have to choke it. Let's give a listen outside. Look at all the deer tracks that came through my yard last night. We just had the snow, by the way. So there you go. She's blowing outside. I'm going to get one of those hatches that goes through the door so I don't have to leave the door cracked open at all. Alright guys, actually a beautiful day out here. I think it's the 26th of January. Approaching sunset, about 4 o'clock I guess. Stay safe, God bless. We'll see you next time.